What is up, everybody? Welcome back to a brand new video, and today, due to the light of John Cena, the greatest of all time, retiring December 13th, we are going to be going through his entire career and just kind of taking a look at some of his biggest rivalries he's had, and we're going to be doing a tier list of, who I think has his best rivalries down to his worst. But before we get started, make sure you go down below, make sure you like, comment, share, and subscribe. And let's get into it. Now, before we get started, I want to go down through the rankings. We have the top of the top. We have GOAT. We have the greatest of all time, his greatest rivalries of all time. We have pretty good, which I think are like really, really good rivalries. We have good, which they're solid rivalry, We got they're not my favorite, they could have been better. Some things kind of, dragging them down. And then we also have trash, just absolute trash. Shouldn't have happened in, the bottom of the barrel. Now, so there's going to be a lot of multiple moving parts when it comes to this. There's going to be the matches they had. It's going to be the promos, the story in general, everything, the longevity of it. Everything is going to be taken account into this. A lot of them, or a good portion of them, I haven't seen enough of. Also, if your favorite rivalry is not, high up on the list, don't take it to heart. This is a quick, fun little video. Don't worry about it too much. This is just one person's opinion. You can like it, or you can comment some of your rankings where you think some of these rivalries should be put. But yeah, either way, we're gonna be starting off with Edge. Now, if you saw the video the other day, Edge is probably John Cena's best rivalry of all time, and that is not even a question. Arguably his greatest, and there's a full-blown documentary on it on YouTube. Supercake Studios did a full-blown video. We reacted to it the other day. I think that's pretty obvious GOAT for Edge. Another one that is an obvious one, Randy Orton. That's also a GOAT. John Cena's had multiple. He probably has his top three rivalries are probably Edge, Randy, and for me personally, I'm going to put my favorite of all time, CM Punk. When it comes to Edge and Randy, though, I mean, those are solidified right there. CM Punk, when it comes to rivalries, like I mentioned the other day, I think CM Punk and his rivalry with Cena, I think it was fantastic. The matches were great. A lot of really memorable moments. I think out of these three, it probably has the most memorable match ever, and that is the Money in the Bank 2011 match. I think it has that match story. Also has the pipe bomb, all that. I don't think it is crazy. Also, we're just gonna tier list. We're not gonna go for me, it would probably be like that, but we're not. We're just going in order. Now, his rivalry with Brock Lesnar. So there's a couple things that some parts are really good, right? When Brock Lesnar first returned, that's an iconic moment. That is an iconic moment. Their matches, though, so the first one at Extreme Rules, I loved that match, even though Cena probably should have lost. And then also the Suplex City match, I thought that was boring, especially as a kid watching it. I thought it was, it's difficult to see John Cena lose like that in such fashion. I'm going to go good. I think it's a good little rivalry. I think it has some iconic moments. The matches were pretty good for the most part. I might be inclined to move it down to It's an all right. It's kind of teetering in between, though. We're going to give that good for right now. Batista, so I'm not entirely sure. There's a couple of rivalries on here that I didn't end up seeing any of it for. So we're actually going to add not enough watched. So Batista is one of those. I haven't watched enough of their rivalry. I know that they have a couple of iconic moments, but it is what it is. The Nexus feud, okay. Oh, when it comes to the feud in general, I think the idea of Nexus and the start of Nexus started out fantastic. Great debut, great builds leading up into SummerSlam. I think it probably, when it comes to the debut alone, I think it brings it up to a pretty good. But the loss to Cena at SummerSlam really, really hurt this rivalry. So we're gonna go just good. I'm gonna move Brock actually down to Don't come at me. Like I said, the Authority. So the rivalry with the Authority, and I'm not sure if they're going. Do they include Seth on here? They don't. Okay, so we're looping in everything related to the Authority. We're looping in the Survivor Series matchup with Sting debuting, with the whole Dolph Ziggler thing. If everything's included, and the matches with Rollins, I think it's pretty good. I think it's a pretty good matchup. SummerSlam, especially the white gear, I think that was a great matchup. Rollins winning both the World Heavyweight Championship and the United States. This is also intertwined and seen as like better era of in-ring capabilities. I think it's a pretty good feud. I don't think it's the best of the best. I think there's a lot less wrong with it than Nexus and the Brock Lesnar one. Austin Theory, trash. I'm not saying Austin Theory is bad whatsoever. At the time, he was rather annoying. In which you could say he did his job right. Sure, absolutely. But at the same time, so going into WrestleMania 39, United States champ, he got absolutely buried on the mic by Cena. He floundered. When it came to the match, it was subpar. It was boring. I mean, Theory ended up winning, and he didn't do anything with it. And you could say that's a booking decision. I mean, a lot of these, all of these, I don't take personally. I don't, have personally take out all my hate on this, but it was just a trash rivalry overall. Del Rio, I grew up with it. It always kind of just got outshined by Punk. Aga, I haven't seen enough. I'm gonna be honest with you. I haven't seen enough, and same with JBL. There's a lot of early on stuff I haven't seen enough of. Cena versus Big Show, it's alright. It was alright. And I'm more so going later years. If you guys want me to, I will go back and I will watch some of these. But when it comes to Big Show versus Cena, part of his feud with Big Show was during the Edge. After going back and watching the documentary and seeing like some different stuff, the video, Kevin Owens. So this was right when Kevin Owens debuted on the main roster. Kevin Owens, you know what? I think I'm gonna go good. It was a good feud. They had some really good matches. No big promos are coming to my mind. I think he dethroned John Cena for the United States Championship during the whole Open Challenge era of Cena. So I thought that was a really nice touch and a really nice rub for Kevin Owens, the NXT champion at the time. So yeah, Kevin, good rivalry. I might be even inclined to bring it up to pretty good. AJ Styles, go. When you're thinking of some of John Cena's greatest matches of all time, multiple, 3 or 4 with AJ. Also promo-wise as well, you guys can include. There's a couple of iconic promos when it comes to that. The matches were great. The story was great. Just being the former face, the head guy of TNA, taking on the head guy of WWE. It was a great story overall. With The Rock, we got The Rock, another GOAT. Now, all right. The Rock, so if we're talking his Mania 28 build, right? If we're going from 27, I'm going to be inclined to put it in pretty good. The 28 build, WrestleMania 28 build, where it was, just like, I don't need the notes on my promo on my wrist, I think Cena, there's so many great moments on the mic. The match at Mania was great. It was the first WrestleMania main event I ever watched. And then for WrestleMania 29, I felt like CM Punk should have been involved in that matchup. I cannot put The Rock on the tier of Edge, Orton, Punk, and AJ. I can't. He's pretty good. That rivalry he's almost there. So, I mean, it is what it is. Cena versus Triple H. So when I'm thinking of Cena Triple H, I don't think there's a couple of matches that I remember. I know they had a WrestleMania match. I know they did the triple threat with him and Shawn. But when it comes to promos, I can't really think of much. But anything I've seen, it's good. I mean, it's a good rivalry. Cena versus Shawn Michaels, that's pretty good. I think it's more so closer to here. The Iron Man match at Raw or during Raw. I mean, I think the matches itself just kind of push it up higher. I think it does. Cena versus Kurt. I think you're gonna have to go good here. This is Cena. This is the iconic moment with ruthless aggression. You're gonna have to put Kurt in the good category. And you know what, man. No, you know what? I'm gonna keep it. I haven't seen enough of the Great Khali. I haven't seen enough of Carlito. Oh, The Miz. I know there's quite a few people who really enjoy this rivalry. Looking back on it, iconic moments were there. big time match that pops to my head, Cena versus Miz. It's WrestleMania 27, which that match itself is looked back on as not the greatest, which is why I can't put it any higher than good. I can't put it any higher than good. Might even put it in eh. Might be more inclined for eh. But I'm putting some respect, especially that 2011 era. You know, you kind of have to. I feel like I'm putting Kevin in pretty good, and I'm going to put Nexus also in pretty good. Strictly, the Nexus get carried big time. Big time by their presentation during their debut. The rest of it kind of flounders. Well, I'm keeping Nexus. I talked myself out of it, or keeping Nexus there. But Kevin Owens, promos-wise, match-wise as well, I feel like I can bump that up just fine and not have to worry about it too much. Now, John Cena versus Roman Reigns. When it comes to, I think they've had 2 matches. Both of their matches happened at pretty good times. First match happened at No Mercy, I think 2017, 2018, and I think that was a good time because of the iconic moment. It's called a promo, you know. If you want to be the big dog, you got to learn how to cut one. So when it comes to promos, the match, you don't really remember all too much. And this has not like, okay, I'm keeping this 100% honest because I know there's a lot of Roman fans. I'm not really trying to argue with Roman fans. But, and you know what? It's at the end of the day, this is all opinion based. If you guys want, make your own tier list. Right now, this is my tier list. We're doing it my way. So, Roman Reigns, it's a good rivalry. With all that being said, I'm not putting it in, I'm not putting it in trash. It's a good rivalry, right? Cena with the promo to Roman, kind of cutting him down. And then also Roman, when he gets turned up into his God mode era under the 1,316-day title reign, getting turned up into that era of Roman, now he's able to hang with John Cena. Now he's able to have a good match, a really good match with Cena at SummerSlam 2021. So, this is good. It's teetering on pretty good. Sheamus, I'm going to be honest with you. I think I'm putting it There's not a lot I remember from it. I could, just to be, you know, a bit more respectful, put it in not watched enough. It's I can be persuaded into good. It is what it is. Cody, can't put it in pretty good or GOAT. I can't. We'll talk about the bad stuff first. I think the build up to WrestleMania, it was refreshing for Cena. But after the first promo that was cut by Cena, it felt very copy and paste. It felt very disingenuous. Going into the match at Mania, which the match at Mania was trash. If it ended at Mania, it would be trash, right? Now, I love Cody. I think what he's doing now is great. There's 2 things that are really carrying this feud. Heel turn, the shock of the heel turn. Can't carry it that much, strictly because they didn't do anything with the heel turn. The heel turn didn't lead to nothing. Also, Cena winning a 17th championship helps this a little bit. And then their great match at SummerSlam helps this exponentially. I think it's I would have been happy with Cena retiring at SummerSlam before Brock Lesnar. And you know what? That's why Brock Lesnar's an Might even be regarded putting him in trash. Cody, I'm putting him in There's a lot of things dragging this feud down. Him and Rusev, I don't remember a lot, to be honest with you. I really don't remember a lot from this feud. I think this kick-started. Cena won the United States Championship at WrestleMania 31, I believe. It's an okay feud. It's alright. You know what? I'm also more so inclined to make this an okay. It's an okay. Solo Sikoa, trash. I don't think Solo should have beat Cena the way he did. And also, very similar to Austin Theory, they did nothing with him. They did absolutely nothing with him. And then rounding it out, we got Bray Wyatt. Rest in peace. We're throwing him in the good category. I think some promos and whatever else, I think helped quite a bit. The match at Mania, I mean, it could have been better, but also WrestleMania 36. You got to keep that in mind. I think that match was phenomenal. You could even, I'd be inclined, depending on what era you're talking about, it's shifting around these three. These three. Either way, we're keeping it in the good. This is my rating. If you guys want your own rating, you guys can make your own. I'll put the link in the description below. But yeah, make sure you go down below. Make sure you like, comment, share, and subscribe. Keep this in mind that this is my tier list. Over 20-something years, John Cena, the greatest of all time, retiring here December 13th. I'm gonna be honestly pretty emotional. Childhood like hero growing up. And yeah, so I want to do something nice before he retires. And yeah, but like I said, thank you all for watching. Have a good day. Have a good night. Whatever time it's for you. And goodbye.